Have you ever wondered why many empaths find themselves caught up in relationships with narcissists? Obviously, the theory that opposites attract comes into play, but as you will soon discover, that is not always the case. So, before we get to that, let's take a look at what the two different types of personalities represent. Basically, on the surface level, empaths and narcissists appear to be two opposing ends of the spectrum. Empaths with their heightened emotional sensitivity often find themselves playing the role of the giver in many relationships. Empaths are life's listeners. They understand people more by how they feel than what they say. Empaths like to provide emotional support. They can empathize at a deeper level and often put others' needs before their own. On the other end of the spectrum, narcissists are the takers in life. They crave attention and validation, and they mainly focus on their own needs and feelings. Narcissists generally lack the ability to empathize with others, making them appear self-centered and egotistical. Basically, it's all about them. Empaths and narcissists are like polar opposites when it comes to emotions and behavior. An empath is super tuned into other people's feelings and energies. They're caring, compassionate, and really good at understanding what others are going through. On the flip side, a narcissist is full of themselves, needs constant admiration, and couldn't care less about other people's feelings. So, you may still be wondering, why do these two seemingly opposing personalities attract each other? And that answer often lies within their insecurities. Empaths might believe they are drawn to the charismatic and confident disguise that narcissists often show, but it is usually the opposite. What they feel most at a deeper level is the narcissist's own deep insecurities. And this is where the like attracts like comes in. If an empath themselves has deep-set pains and insecurities, they are usually drawn to the pain of a narcissist. Because an empath knows and understands what this pain feels like, they feel the need to nurture and heal those who have it within them. Empaths have an inbuilt desire to assist others, and are often drawn to those who they feel need the most help. And who needs more emotional support than a narcissist? But it never tends to work out well. You only need to speak to any empath who has been in a relationship with a narcissist to understand how destructive it can be on many levels. And it generally always involves mind games. So, anyway, these types of relationships often lead to an unhealthy balance, with the empath feeling overly insecure and the narcissist never feeling satisfied, and always wanting more. Sadly, many empaths find this to be a cycle that is difficult to break. But that doesn't mean it can't be done. Understanding the deeper reasons behind these connections is the first step to breaking the draws. So, what can an empath do to avoid falling into the narcissist relationship trap? The key lies in setting boundaries. Empaths need to understand that it's okay to prioritize their own needs and feelings, and it's okay to say no. Over time, most empaths come to realize that it's necessary to step away from people who exhaust their energy or abuse their trust. And they do this by understanding their own limits. But it is not until they have been in a relationship with a narcissist that they come to understand how destructive it is to the health of their body and mind, and they are the ones responsible to break the bond. Essentially, if an empath doesn't protect their emotional well-being, they will continue to find themselves being drawn into unbalanced relationships with narcissistic types. Okay, to summarize, the connection between empaths and narcissists is a fascinating subject. Both empaths and narcissists are sensitive individuals. But it is how they display their sensitivities that sets them apart. Empaths are generally caring and nurturing, whereas most narcissists have an inflated sense of self-importance and a deep need for admiration and validation, which they often get from an empath. But if you are an empath who keeps getting into relationships with narcissists, remember there is a way out. By learning to set boundaries, you can protect yourselves and foster more healthy relationships, without getting used or abused. It's not about avoiding all narcissists or condemning them as bad people, it's about understanding the dynamics at play, and protecting your emotional well-being, so that you don't get drawn into these types of relationships in the future. Because, at the end of the day, everyone deserves to be happy and be in a balanced and fulfilling relationship. If you want to learn more about ways to become empowered as an empath, so that you can live your best life, and ultimately don't end up getting taken advantage of by others, head over to my blog, dianecatherine.com, where there are hundreds of articles written to help an empath. Okay, that's it from me today. Until next time. Diane.